How can we sustain the recovery of planet Earth? Let's find out from United Nations Environment Program Goodwill Ambassador and Planet CORA founder, Antoinette. Antoinette, thank you so much for joining us. So in your view, is the environment healing amid this ongoing global health crisis?
Hello, Rico. Thank you so much for having me. And to answer your question, yes, at the moment, yes, the environment is healing, but it's not something that will actually continue and become permanent if we do not actually change our ways permanently, if we do not do business unusual, and of course, if we do not all transition into the new normal. Now, history has shown that every single time that there has been a drop in the economy, greenhouse gas emissions also go down. And sadly, history has also shown that every single time that the economy has recovered, every single time, greenhouse gas emissions have actually gotten worse. This is something that they are afraid of right now. Climate scientists are talking about it and are afraid of what we are calling revenge pollution. First of all, I just want to reiterate the fact that saving the planet should not have to cost lives. And the fact that, yes, the planet may seem to be healing right now, it's not a cause for celebration, because losing lives does not have to happen in order to save the planet. Now, when we talk about greenhouse gas emissions and revenge pollution, this is going to happen because of the fact that all the money that is being lost right now, all the industry that has stopped completely, everything that has come to a halt will suddenly, rapidly, once again, and will do so even more aggressively. And that is why we are discussing the new normal. And when we talk about deaths, we are so incredibly heartbroken about everything that is happening right now. But we also just want to remind everybody that there are so many other reasons that deaths are caused every single year to millions of people across the world. One is air pollution. And air pollution has been discussed a lot since the COVID-19 pandemic. Across the world, whether it's the United States, China, or Europe, we have seen 10 to 30% drop in terms of greenhouse gas emissions in these countries because of everything being shut down. But when we talk about air pollution, truthfully speaking, right now, every single year, 7 million people die prematurely due to air pollution. And 4 million of these deaths actually happen in the Asia Pacific region, with 600,000 of these deaths being children. And these are things that happen every year. We talk about it, we try to send out the message, and that's why we say that it is important that we find the new normal, because climate change is real. Climate change is happening. It is on the front door. We're already feeling the negative effects right now. And just in this short period of time, we've seen wildlife literally take streets to urban cities. We're seeing bluer skies, but these things will not continue if we do not change our ways. First and foremost, when we talk about the big moves that we make, we need to see an end to fossil fuels. We need to see an end to illegal wildlife trade. That is another topic that has been discussed excessively during this time, because COVID-19 is actually a zoonotic virus. And that means it is a virus that is transferred from animals into humans. Not to mention the deaths caused by the wildlife defenders across the world. So when we speak of changing, when we speak of really truly healing the planet, when we speak of climate change, yes, we are suffering, but a lot of us are still safe at home. A lot of us are healing together at home. But for those that are suffering out there, it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse within the next decade or so due to climate change if we do not act now. There will be stronger storms. There will be more droughts. There will be climate refugees due to parts of the planet being uninhabitable because of extreme weather conditions. Our food supply will be affected. The UN Environment has a sustainable rice platform. And when we speak of that, they're even talking about a 25% reduction in rice production by the year 2050. And rice is a staple across the world. And these are all things that will be affected by climate change. We do not move to the new normal.
Antoinette? Yeah, well, just talking about this revenge pollution, it will come back in a huge way. And it will be a very serious issue that has to be addressed. But now that we are under ECQ or lockdown, the environment is also in trouble because consumers are stuck at home. There's also a downside. There's been a surge in the amount of household garbage as people increasingly shop online and order meals to be delivered. And medical waste is also a serious issue here.
Yes, it is. We've been working very, very hard to battle plastic pollution for a few years now. And of course, when we speak of situations like this, when there is a global pandemic, our main priority, no matter what, first and foremost, is health and safety. But that doesn't mean us also being irresponsible. When we speak of safety and health, It also means disposing of this waste properly. When we speak of just non-biodegradable items, this becomes even worse because not disposing of masks, gloves, or any medical waste properly could cause secondary infections to our medical waste workers as well. So these are things that we have to really think about. The WHO, the DENR as well, the DOH, has instructed all of us to dispose of our medical waste properly. Use masks, use gloves, are supposed to be separated from regular household waste and need to be labeled in yellow. And of course, if you can write on it, medical waste, this will really, really help our government sanitize and dispose of our medical waste properly. And number two, actually, first and foremost, I just really want to emphasize the fact that when we speak of how do we help climate change, it seems so intimidating. It seems so daunting. The words fossil fuels, renewable energy, and all these different things. But truthfully, we see right now the world is changing because of one thing, because we have all come together. We are all doing the same things, practicing the same measures so we can achieve one common goal. And if we can do this for the COVID-19 pandemic, we can do this for the climate crisis across the world. We can do this to help save the rest of humanity. And this is something that we believe that can happen. We can come together to do this if we only believe so. And all it takes is small changes. At home, we can do it every single day. And that is why we're seeing bluer skies. Why is that? We're conserving more energy. We're traveling less. We're consuming less. There are less emissions. And more ways that we can actually enhance saving the planet at home is just literally, number one, unplugging. Unplug anything you're not using. Believe it or not, when you unplug things, this still saves energy. Number two, conserving water. It is said that water scarcity could possibly be the next great war of the world. And even right now, we are seeing water shortages every single year in the Philippines that we really need to take control of as citizens. It's not just the government. We need to help fix these problems, and we need to help create the solutions. When we speak of all the products that we have at home right now, some of us are getting relief goods, some of us are buying whatever we can or using whatever we can, and some of us are being heroes and planting and growing our own food. That is one other thing that we're trying to encourage everybody to do. Urban gardening, planting at home. There are many different ways that this can be done, and these are also ways to have a more sustainable future for us to be more self-sufficient. And this in itself also reduces greenhouse gas emissions and the need for more product packaging.
Antoinette, thank you so much for your passion and love for the environment and Mother Earth. We should indeed all unite to protect it. Thank you so much for joining us on The Final Word this 28th of April, Tuesday. Join us again tomorrow for news you can use and news you can trust. I'm Rico Hizon. Stay home, stay safe. Good evening.